or whatever time it is. I've actually no idea what time it is. I think it's about midday. I'm just trying to connect to Instagram, but I'm having a few issues with Instagram. My signal's not very good in the kitchen. Oh no, it's working. Hello, welcome. My name's Becky and we are doing a Bend Don't Break with Becky, working on maintaining and gaining more flexibility. So we're doing 14 days of strengthening and stretching that will help us get deeper splits, ease any back pain, any shoulder ache, get a bigger range of motion in our shoulders and in our back bends as well. We are on day 12. I cannot believe we have managed it so far. I'm so proud of everyone who's doing it with me. We've now got a bit of a tribe of about 50 people, just over 50, I think we're on 55. And I'm super chuffed that people are doing it with me. I kind of set myself the goal when I first started this that I would have 12 people. So now we're on 55. I've just made up that we've now got so many people all working together, working on their flexibility and spending time looking after their bodies and working on themselves. I think it's bloody awesome. So I'm coming live today from Spain. We're in Valencia. I've gone away for a little weekend away with my friends. So I'm just in this lovely kitchen at the moment, which I'm having massive home envy of because I'm like, oh, I kind of like this, like that. So yes, welcome wherever you are. Just make sure that you have got yourself nice and hydrated, make sure you're nice and warm, and make sure you've got plenty of space to move around in. So let's begin. I'm going to shuffle myself back so I'm in the sunshine so that I keep nice and warm as well. Hopefully that's kind of clear. You can still see me okay in my patches of sunshine. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're just going to have our hands either side. In fact, it's too warm. I'm moving forward. Have our hands either side, and you can rotate your arms round if you prefer a bit of a stretch across the front of your arms. If you're like, no, my arms are fine, keep them to the side. And we're just going to take our gaze all the way up to the ceiling and take it back down again. Just getting a little bit more mobility, moving around. Not sure whether anyone's moved yet today. Hopefully nothing too strenuous with it being a Sunday. Taking the gaze up, taking the gaze down. Lovely. This time we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together at the back, round and over, taking it open, round and over, getting a little bit bigger, opening up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, round all of the back, opening it up, round it over, biggest one yet, all the way open, all the way round. Lovely, and roll it back up. From here, take your ear over to your shoulder. I want you to feel like you're pushing on two boxes. Take the hand, same as shoulder, and just place the hand on top. Don't need to push down, just placing the hand, pushing away with the opposite hand. Just easing away any tension in our neck. Lift your hand up, take your nose to nipple, and then replace your hand on. I really like doing this in the mornings because especially like I've stayed in a different bed tonight because it's not my own bed. It just kind of feels, you know, my neck always holds it in my neck. So this is why I do this first thing. Taking the hand off, swapping it over into the shoulder, placing the hand on and pushing away with the opposite hand. Yeah, just eases out any kind of tension in my neck. Nose to nipple, replace back on. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. Head goes straight down, interlink your fingers just above your head, and then just placing your hands on the top, easing any tension in the back of your neck. And if it feels good, you can turn your head from side to side, wherever it kind of feels right to get any of those little niggly bits at the back of our neck. Lovely. And relax. Today we're going to do our middle splits. My favourite splits, although I'm so chuffed with my right leg splits at the moment, I kind of was tempted to do that one again. I'm just going to stand a little bit further back so hopefully you can still see me. It's just so that I can get full length. I know Instagram you're like, you're miles away, Becky. When I'm on my Facebook one, it does it horizontal, so it's like even further, it's like chops my head off. So if I'm here, nice and comfortable, I'm just going to push our hips forward. Then we're going to take our hips to the side, take it to the back, take it to the other side, take it forward, and go from post to post to post to post. Lovely. And we're going to round over. Start with a small circle, so just small circle with your hips. And then take it a little bit bigger, little bit bigger, little bit bigger. Getting a little bit of motion going in there. Feeling the warmth, just warming the hips up a little bit more. Lovely, hold it at the front of your back with the weight, from to the side, to the back, to the other side, to the front, to the side, to the back, to the other side, to the front. Lovely, and then we're going to start with little circles in the other direction. And then take it a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and bigger still. Lovely, as big as you can go. Moving all the way around. Beautiful. From here, soften your knees, and I want you to just rotate your hips round. If you want, you can try and hold on to your rib cage, keep your ribs nice and still, and it's just your hips that are moving. Change direction. Just rotating around in the hips. I find if you're doing this for the first few times, it feels really weird and a little bit odd. So definitely check it out in the mirror and like watch how the movement moves. This is not, I repeat, this is not, if you're doing this in front of the mirror, this does not mean you can stand in front of the mirror and criticise yourself. That is an absolute rule. You stand in front of the mirror, you're looking at yourself and just going, how are my hips moving? It's not observation only. Observation of how your body moves, that is it. Think of it pragmatically, not objectively. Super important. Lovely. Okay, from here, I'm going to go a little bit further forward so that I'm a little bit closer. From here, I want us to lean ourselves all the way forward. Now, I feel super tight on my hamstrings. I think we just did loads of walking yesterday. So I'm just going to hold on to my elbows and completely relax down. Like a rag doll, let me go from the side so you can see. I'm just completely hanging down. My neck nice and loose. You can turn your head from side to side if you're saying no, nod your head as if you're saying yes, and it will just start to ease out the back of those legs a little bit more. And from here you can kind of rock from side to side. Nothing crazy, nice and gentle, and it will just slowly be warming up the back of our hamstrings, warming up the back of our legs, making us feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more blood rushing to the area. Lovely, so you get a little bit bigger. Nice and gently take it over from one side to the other. Try and get your elbow in line with your foot. Taking it over, taking it over. Lovely. And then gently smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Lovely. From here, I'm going to put our hands on the floor. You might want to take your feet a little bit wider if you want to reach a little bit more comfortably. And I want you to walk your hands through. And just walk them ever so gently, because we've not done a lot on our legs yet, so unless you've done like a run beforehand and you've warmed up your legs, by the way, running is not a way to warm up. But if you are already done an exercise, then you might feel more comfortable to go deep, but I'm not prepared to go too deep yet. So just padding it through, and then we're going to take it all over again. Lovely. We'll bend our knees, sticking your butt out. Take it back up, straighten it out legs. Lean down, hold down, and then walk your hands straight, just warming them up a little bit more. Lovely. I'm going to get back straight on, so hopefully you can see this nice and clearly. From here, I want us to lean over to one side. Hold it here just for a moment. Just relaxing. It just puts a little bit more emphasis on the one leg. And walk your hands over to the other side. And again, we'll just put the emphasis on the other leg. It will just intensify it at the back. Lovely. This time go back over to the front, the first leg. Put the opposite hand on, and we're going to do that twisted position. We should feel the twist coming in our hips as well, lifting up. If it hurts your neck, please keep your gaze down. If it feels fine to do so, you can reach all the way up and look up as well. Completely up to you. You can open this out and get a bit of a stretch in the chest as well, but you're aiming to try and get it to the sky. Take it back over. Swap it over to the other leg. Hold on, opposite arm to foot, and again, if you get any neck ache, like trying to look up, then just keep your gaze down, take your arm up. If it feels okay, you can take your gaze with you, and it just feels a bit more of a twist in the back, and you can reach all the way up. Open it out further to open up the chest a bit. Lovely. And take it back down. From here, I want us to bend our legs, and we're just going to rock ourselves from side to side. If you want to have something a bit more intense, keep yourself lifted, keep your hips nice and low. You can rest your hands on, but I don't want you to put weight on. I want the weight to go, I want your legs to hold you rather than you hold your body. So try not, you can plant your hands on, but try not to put weight in your arms, get your legs to do the work. Just go rock from one side to the other. Da, 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 da. Lovely. And we should start to feel like we're warming up our inner thighs a little bit more. Lovely. I'm going to put my hands to the floor this time and keep going from side to side, straightening out the legs as I go. I'm going to take it a little bit deeper as I get over from one side to the other, pushing into the inside of my thighs. Just warming it up. A little bit more, a little bit more. Lovely. I'm going to go wider still. I'm going to take my feet a little bit further out to the side, taking it over, taking it over. Good. Beautiful. Okay, from here, I want to put our feet together and we're going to take our feet right out in front of us. Make sure you're sat on your sitting bones, so I want you to be on the bony bit on your bum. If you need, when I first sit down, I'm like this, and then I just like pull out my butt so I'm actually on my bones. I'll go kind of side on. Now today we're going to do an exercise that I like to call the face of the clock, or like, what time is it? What time is Mr. Wolf? 3 back to your days at school. And we're going to take our legs into different positions and do the same repeated exercises. So what we're going to do, my head's getting on my nose, sorry guys. Let me just chuck it on top of my head. I can feel it getting really warm on the back of my neck. So, what we're going to do, we can take our legs out in front of us. I want us to squeeze our calves, pushing our legs into the floor. Pushing our legs into the floor, really squeezing our quads. I said calves a minute ago, I do mean quads. So the top of that leg, really squeezing. If in doubt, and you're like, oh, I don't really, it's difficult just to isolate the quad, squeeze all of your leg. If in doubt, squeeze everything, okay? But if you're like, oh, actually isolating more muscle feels okay, then really focus on squeezing the quads, but you're feeling like you're pushing into the floor. I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds. I'm going to lift, first of all, let's just lift up and fold over. So let's lift up, big deep breath in. Exhale, fold over. And just relax, you don't need to push down, just relax, just so that your legs start to get a little bit warmed up into this position. Take it back up, big deep breath in. Exhale over. Lovely. Good. This time we're going to push down to the floor. Big deep breath. Exhale. Push down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Big deep breath in. Taking it up. Exhale. Fold it over. Pushing down. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Hope you can really feel it in the back of your hamstring. By squeezing your legs, by squeezing your quads, it will elongate and stretch out the back of their legs, and that's why we're doing it. Big deep breath, one more, big deep breath in. Exhale over, pushing down, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Good work. Take the legs wider. I want to take our legs 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So we've just done 12 o'clock. And now we're going 11 and 1. Big deep breath in. Fold yourself over. Just breathing now. Just breathing. Now some of you will find this more easy and you can get low down. I feel more comfortable leaning over this way than I did when my legs were at 12 o'clock. So just see how you go. It's just an observation and just noticing where you feel slightly tighter, where you don't feel as tight. There's no right or wrong, it's just being aware of, there's just different parts of your hamstring which will feel tighter. Lovely, big deep breath in. Let's pushing it down. So squeezing the quads, pushing down, same as before. Big deep breath, folding it over. Pushing down, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, take it back up, big deep breath in. Exhale over, push down, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, good, one more, big deep breath. Exhale over. Push down, 4, 5, 4, 3, squeezing the quads, 2, 1, relax, good. I remember doing this exercise back in gymnastics. This was years and years ago that I actually did this. But I've been using it ever since and I find it really helps, particularly if you're working on getting your pancake and pushing down. So we're now going to take our legs to 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So we started at 12 o'clock, we've gone to 11 and 1, we're now going to 10 and 2. So we're getting a little bit wider. Now some of you, this might feel totally maximum, okay? If this feels maximum, then I want you to take it to 90%. I'm really sorry to Instagrammers, I think I've lost you because of my signal. Hopefully they reconnect. Facebook, you seem to be fine. Wonderful. Have Facebook. Don't know what's happening with Instagram. Maybe they'll join in a minute. We're going to reach it back up again. Big deep breath in. Push down. In fact, let's just fold over first. Let's just fold over. Big deep breath in. Exhale over. Lovely, and just holding it here. Now this one feels more tight than the last one. My 12 o'clock feels tight and my 10 to 2 feels tight. My 11 and 1 feels great. Hi Instagram, I'm so sorry that I lost you for a moment. My apologies. It's my Wi-Fi, it's a bit intermittent. Massive apologies. Hopefully you will stay connected. We've just moved to 10 to 2 and we're just folding over, just breathing, nothing crazy. Lovely. I was just saying this one feels a bit much tighter again. We're going to take our big deep breath in. Pushing down this time, really squeezing the quad, squeezing all of our lower body. Squeeze, 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 pushing into the ground, folding it over. 4, 5, 4, 3, push, push, push. 1, relax. Good. Big deep breath in. Fold it over, pushing down. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. One more. Big deep breath in. Exhale out, folding it over. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. I think I've done 3. If I haven't, do another. When I'm folding over, I want to keep my back nice and straight. If it starts to bend, it's stretching out my lower back, and actually it's not targeting the areas that I want it to target. So make sure you're sat on your sitting bones in every single position, and I reach forward. So I'm reaching forward as much as I can. Keeps my chest lifted, and I'd rather reach forward and over as opposed to creeping along this way. I want to keep my chest open as much as possible, if that helps. Now, if you're like, Beck, I ain't gonna go to 9 and 3, that's totally cool. I want you to take it to 95% of your maximum, okay? And this might be it. You might stay where it is. You might be here. That's totally cool. I've been training this a while, so me going into a slightly wider position, I'm not quite at 9 and 3, but this feels more comfortable for me because I have practiced it and practiced it and practiced it. So if you're not here, please don't worry. It is just where your body is right now, and you're on a journey, and you've just got to love and appreciate your hamstrings and their limitations. So just go with it, and there's nothing right or wrong. This is what we're working on, is to improve our range of motion. I just have been working on it for a very, very long time, through gymnastics, through ballet, through pole. So fear not, it will come. It will come. And it's just enjoying this moment, to just be taking time for you and your body in our crazy schedules that we call our life, and just taking a moment to just enjoy stretching and appreciating our bodies and what they can do for us. So take them out 95% to your maximum. I might go a little bit deeper. Ooh, I feel like I'm getting good. I'm going to do the same thing again, just lifting up. Actually, I'm going to take it out a bit. And then just folding forward. Now, I actually can't lean forward very easily with this. Some people like to hold on to their legs to lean forward. I'm just going to walk my hands forward, keeping myself nice and straight. I want you to think about, if you are very wide, if you've got good flexibility, I want you to think about your knees facing the sky, and you're squeezing your butt so that your hips stay rotated in the same direction, rather than rolling everything forward. We'll come on to that in a minute, but I want your knees to face the sky, okay? I'm just going to fold it forward. Holding it here. Big deep breath. Exhale. Lovely. One more. Exhale. Lovely. Folding it back up. This time I'm going to push into the ground, squeezing the quads, pushing, 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 everything pushed down as much as you can. Big deep breath in. Exhale over. Push down. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. I try to go over. If you can, which I know some of you can because I've seen you doing it in my class and it's brilliant, then definitely do. I'm just working up to that. Big deep breath in. We're going to go again. Folding it over, pushing it out. 4, 5, pushing down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Take it back up. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale, fold over, pushing down. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Really, really good. Now, what I want us to do, I'm going to do this square. I want you to take yourself, big deep breath in. Exhale. And see if we can inch ourselves a little bit further forward. Taking it as 96% of your maximum. Just taking it out. And take it any deeper. Big deep breath in, exhale. If it feels really, really tight on your inner thighs, just breathe for a moment. If your legs start to shake, just have a little moment, just ease it off ever so slightly. You don't need to let your legs shake, that's fine. Big deep breath in, exhale. Okay, now what I want us to do is think about our hip positioning. And at the moment, we should be sat on our sitting bones and our pelvis is pretty neutral. If you're wide enough, if you're anywhere between, on our clock face, if you're anywhere between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock on one leg and 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock on the other leg, if you're anywhere between that range and you're getting really quite wide, then I really want you to do this exercise regarding your hips, where we're going to have our hands down and roll our hips backwards and forwards. Okay, so taking them back, so my pelvis is tilting away, and then taking it underneath, scooping it under, and we're just rocking from one side to the other. If you are in between 12 o'clock and 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, this feels really difficult to do, but you can still do it. And it's about sitting up, pushing forward, you'll really stretch down the back of that hamstring, and then rolling under. Taking it forward, rolling it under. Now I'm going to show you sideways because I'm hoping it makes a little bit more sense. So this is if you're in between 10 and 12 and 12 and 2. It will look a little bit like this. There'll be less range, so your pelvis goes back. I've lost Instagram completely, I'm sorry. Pelvis goes under, working it backwards, taking it under, opening and under. If you're a little bit wider, and you've been doing this a while, it'll be more like your knees are rolling forward, your knees are rolling back to face the beginning. Put your hands on the floor, makes it a little bit more easy to kind of lower yourself and control yourself, is where you're rolling it forward and rolling it back. Rolling it forward, rolling it back. And I do include my back does move in this, that's totally cool. Taking it, rolling it forward. You see how I'm tilting my pelvis away? Knees are starting to come further down towards the floor, but my pelvis, you want to keep your knees and your pelvis in line. So if your pelvis is rolling forward, and then you take it underneath, rolling it forward, taking it underneath, rolling it forward. Lovely. So this is a lot more intense, but I find this has really, really helped to like ease into this position and feel more comfortable. And if you, ideally, what you want to be able to do is take your pelvis so that it can tilt all the way, and then that's when you can kind of like lean forward a little bit more, taking it over, and it just really helps to get in those niggly bits. So look, just rocking forward, one more, rocking forward, taking it back. Lovely. Now, I'm hoping I can use some wall space, but actually now I'm here, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this as easily as I thought. I think I've completely lost Instagram. Oh, I can see some people watching. Hello, hello. Right, I am going to move Instagram and move you guys' Facebook to a slightly different direction. La 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 la. So that I've got a wall. So let's plonk that there. And plonk this here. Hopefully I've reconnected to Instagram. I'm not even sure if they have. It just says go live, go live. Sorry, there was an error. Well, never mind. Facebook, you're staying with me. So, we've got our wall. And what I want you to do is sit yourself down next to your wall and put your feet next to your wall. And I want you to push your hands and push into the wall. So when you've got the resistance of the wall and then you can push with your hands, it just really helps to get a deeper, deeper, deeper stretch. So you're going to be pushing in to the wall as close as you can get to the wall. Now I've got little rivets in my wall, but it doesn't matter too much. I want you to see if you can get your chest to the wall. Now those of you who've got larger breasts than me, you might be able to get there quicker than before, but you really want to focus on your neck. But I find it's just a really helpful way, because you can push against the wall and you can push against your arms to get yourself nice and close, and it's just a really nice way to kind of push yourself and get a deeper stretch in that position. So let me know how you get on with that. So just pushing and pushing into the wall, and hopefully you can get because of the resistance of the wall, and you can push with your hands, you can get a deeper stretch with that. So, oh, I've given up with Instagram. I've lost them. So I hope that has really helped to ease into your middle splits a little bit more, and definitely kind of opening up the pelvis a little bit more. If you have any kind of, often when I'm in a wider split, the top of my hip feels a little bit odd. So to ease that, I do this exercise where I've got my legs at right angles and fold myself over, or I'll take my leg in and take it into pigeon. So I'm kind of, my leg is behind, and then I lean myself over into this position. Or let me think what else really helps. I kind of just like push my hips forward and have a little niggle. If it just feels a little bit tight or pinching in the top of your hips, sometimes that can be the case. Just kind of give it a little wriggle, stretch it out, and whatever kind of feels right and feels good for the muscles. So, I hope that really helps with your middle splits. Let me know how you get on. Always love to see and hear from you. Tomorrow I'm back in London, so we'll be back doing it tomorrow, I think in the afternoon or evening, depending on how my travel plans go. If there's any delays, then it might be later in the evening. If it's all tickety-boo with my flight, then I will be doing my live around 6 o'clock, I think, hopefully, so late evening. So hopefully you can join me live tomorrow. Don't worry if not. I will see you whenever I see you next. And if you're not already on our list and you would like me to email you the live link straight into your inbox, then please feel free to just drop me a message and let me know your email address, and then I just send you the live straight to your inbox so you can kind of watch it at a time that suits you. If you're just catching the end of this and you're just thinking, oh shit, no, I can't do it right now, that's totally cool. Sorry about the lighting, hopefully you can still see me, excuse me. Oh, yeah, need some water. Right, I'm going to go out for lunch. I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous day, and if you're doing nothing else right now for your lazy Sunday, then take a little moment to just move in whatever way feels completely natural to you right now, and just have a little stretch whichever way your body feels comfortable and how it wants to move. And also take this moment to really appreciate your body and what it can do for you, and giving it some love, because so often we spend our time feeling bad about our body or not liking it because it doesn't fit into certain clothes or whatever, and actually our bodies are such incredible things that can do so much for us, and we sometimes take them for advantage. So just have a little moment to really appreciate all the amazing things that your body can do, whether it's carry children, whether it's lift up your nephew and niece, whether it's to give somebody a hug, or whether it's to work on your middle splits. Like, we have awesome bodies, so just take a little moment to feel really grateful for what you've got and how awesome it is and how awesome you are. Thanks so much for those watching. Mwah. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy your Sunday. I hope it's lazy and just wonderful and involves loads of good food. I hope mine will too. Take care, lovely. See you soon. Bye.